get really loud, it is very tinny.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. All right, I'll just go back to my shitty broken pair. What do you want from me?
Use your nice.
No, it'll be fine, Chuck. You just sound like this when you're yelling.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know.
Also, I have to say, fucking gross.
You didn't like those?
No.
I thought they were fine.
What the hell was I looking at? Pringles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're beer brought Pringles.
Oh. Lay's did that a while ago when they were doing like the pick the new flavor thing.
But
that was alright.
These are not the worst things that I had over this past week. My friend
shout out to your date.
Wow. But no, my friend Second Sam brought those over, and they also brought over chicken skin chips.
I've had those before. They're alright.
Those were rough.
Were they crunchy or were they kind of soggy?
They were crunchy,
but
that's
good.
I'm not a big fan of chicken skin to begin with.
Oh, I love chicken skin.
All it was like salty, fatty, chicken skin. I felt my arteries clog as I was crunching through it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pork rind.
Yeah, exactly. It's a chicken pork rind, basically.
I like pork rinds, though.
Yeah, I do too.
I actually don't like pork rinds either, so that makes sense.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it. And what was the other thing that they brought over? There was some other thing that they brought over that was it was terrible, but I don't know. It was
terrible like this movie we watched?
No, because I was still able to power through it in one try with the food. This movie took me 3 tries because it was Chuck, why don't you go ahead and introduce it so we can get this show on the road?
What? Brothers, sisters, gender resistors. What? That's my Stone Cold Steve Austin impression.
I thought maybe you thought this was your Instagram reel.
Mm-hmm. First off, it's my stories, not my reels. Get it right. I don't need that lasting more than 24 hours, realistically speaking. Bitches, look, we watched probably one of the worst movies we watched yet. But not for the reasons that you may think. Welcome to another episode of the Comic Book Rundown presents Rundown Reviews. I am the guy who's very disappointed in Joe. Kind of. Here's the thing. This only exists because of you. This has been brought into my... I would never have given this a look. I didn't even know it existed until you came into my life. So I have to blame you.
You know what?
He's got a point.
That's fair. No, that's very fair.
Anyway, I'm Chuck. Joe Runner here.
If it makes you feel any better, the director also is very disappointed in this movie. He
directed that shit. It's his fault.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't write it though, so there is that.
He didn't write it.
Yeah. What did Zack Snyder say about this one now?
It's not Zack Snyder. Shut up.
Well, we need the Snyder cut to see if it's better.
He actually wanted Talisa Soto. I don't know how you say your name, so I apologize. He's not saying that she was she's not a terrible person. He actually likes her as a person, likes her as an actress, thinks she was very very sexy, very beautiful. But he actually wanted Julie Strain for the role of Vampirella.
Who's
Julie
that?
Strain. We would know her as the model for Heavy Metal 2000.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a formidable movie in my younger years.
Yes.
Watched that movie a lot.
So that's who he wanted. So, and that actress, she very tall, very big, everywhere.
She would have had the perfect tits for Chuck to love.
But apparently that just...
And I bet you she would have worn the actual costume.
I think just they couldn't get the costume for whatever reason. The costume just didn't play out.
Well, because anytime they moved, their tits would have fallen out.
Exactly.
Which actually would have made this movie better.
There was actually a second pair that you missed.
I did? Where was that at?
When Vlad comes into that cowboy hideout of his after Jamie Blood got outed, and he comes back to that hideout, and Sala is changing. Sala is the one that she gets. So add that to your count.
I didn't see any. In fact, I was 99% sure this was a Bible movie. This is Christian coded crazy. I was expecting Bible Man to pop out any second. This was rough.
I'm not saying you're not wrong, especially because you texted that to us, I think the other day, and I was midway through watching it today. Actually, I think I was like 20 minutes left, and Watson or Washington, whatever his partner, Adam Van Helsing's partner, because of course it's a vampire movie, you have to have Van Helsing. His partner guy, older gentleman, after Van Helsing is captured and he's having a problem trying to figure out what to do, he walks by a room and sure enough, it's a chapel, and he goes up to a cross and he's talking to God, asking for help, and then God delivers, I guess. I didn't understand that whole plot. I guess Vampirella sent a note of what to do.
I promise you, none of it made sense or mattered.
No, it really didn't.
True.
It did not.
Yeah. So basically, I have a 2-line plot for this story.
Go ahead.
Vlad bites her dad. Now she's mad.
Technically, stepdad. I'm just saying it was.
Honestly, that fits more for your enjoyment of things, Ron. With what the vibe of this movie that we all thought was going to be. I thought we were going to get another Black Scorpion level sexual assault scene, but we didn't.
I thought we were definitely. I thought we were at least going to get something that had a shitty B story plot, but this one didn't even have Okay, disclaimer: I have never read a Vampirella comic.
Neither have I until today. I actually Hoopla, thank God for Hoopla, has them on that app, and I found the first ones, the original ones, from Warren Comics or Warren something or other. Dynamite Entertainment collected them, re-released them. Vampirella, they were original magazines back in 1969 is when they came out.
Nice.
Thank you. Waiting for that. But they were anthologies. And so I read the first issue, sort of, because the first issue actually has the first, 5 pages is actually about Vampirella, and then the rest of the issue is other stories.
Oh yeah, you said it was an anthology, so that makes
exactly.
sense.
Well, I would think it'd be anthology of Vampirella's tales.
You don't know the origin, geographically? Was this a UK thing?
I can figure that out real quick. I think it is.
Because I have learned that was kind of a big UK thing. It was
the magazines usually
anthology. That's how 2000 AD got started. Heavy metal, same thing. Mm-hmm. Although I think heavy metal was North America, but
let's see here. To do written review. Okay. Warren Publishing magazine reprinted Creepy and Eerie. Those are 2 magazines.
Interesting.
It's not originally saying.
And that was during the era where comics were kind of getting out of control with horror, right?
Yeah, horror was definitely a big in the 60s and the 70s. Mm-hmm. So it, Vampirella popping up kind of just worked, honestly.
Yeah.
And I just saw Chuck's name.
Oh, did you just say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Good old Strikerella showed up today.
Oh no.
I will see your guys' opinion on it, and I'll make a decision of whether Joey gets a strike or not.
Look, it's probably going to happen.
So, of all the fangs we see in this movie, why were Vlad's so fucked up? Was that because he was British, or like?
Yeah, probably. So that actor, who is that guy?
I have no clue.
Okay, he's apparently a very famous British actor. I don't know his name or who he is,
Let me find out real quick.
but I know
that
who
would
is it?
be Roger Daltrey.
So he's like a famous actor.
He would be the founder of The Who.
Okay, so that's who he is. All right.
That would be why he was able to sing.
So I know him from the episode that is the musical episode of that 70s show, because he makes a guest like cameo appearance as the choir teacher, because the whole theme is it's Fez's choir concert, and he's waiting for all of his friends to show up, and he doesn't think they're going to show up, and so they do musical numbers all in between. It's like daydreaming stuff, okay? And there's two lines live rent-free in my brain. One is Kitty goes, oh yeah, I really loved your performance last year when you had the quartet boys sing Blue Moon, and they were all dressed like cows. And he just goes, oh yes, I'm sure you love that while you clutched your cheeseburger, shoving it down your American gullets. Lives rent free in my brain every time I eat a cheeseburger. I don't know why. And then the second one is he just turns to these girls and he just goes, all right, everyone, let's show them what we got. Teeth and cleavage, teeth and cleavage. Which if I had said that to any of my students, I would have been fired immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also very hard for me not to say that, because sometimes it just pops into my brain when I'm teaching. And it's just like, how? I'll get in a lot of trouble if I say that. But he was like, yeah, so like he's in that episode. And I think, I mean, obviously he was part of the Who, and that's why he got that like role and stuff. But it's just, when I saw that it was him, I went, holy shit, he looks so young in this. He also looks way taller. That dude is a short little man. And he looks average size in this movie. He must have been lifters.
It was probably the same thing they do with Anthony Starr for The Boys, where he wears high heels, and then they shoot him from the correct angles to make him look taller.
Oh yeah, probably.
Did they do it for him? I thought they did that for Carl Urban.
No, Carl Urban's like 6 foot tall.
Is he?
Anthony Starr's like 5'7".
Oh, really? I thought Anthony Starr was like close to the 6 foot. Urban
no,
was
it's
like
the other way around. Like Carl Urban's really tall. The guy that plays Huey is really tall.
Jack Quaid. I knew he was.
Yeah, but no, like let's see, Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, very tall.
Interesting. Gotcha.
Carl Urban, very tall. Which is weird because when we get to Dread, he looks actually quite short.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the helmet. That's the helmet.
Yeah.
The helmet's a little comically large. Did you see? I'll just derail this while he's looking it up. Did you see that Watiti is going to be directing the next Dread movie?
I did see that.
Yeah, the internet exploded.
That could be interesting.
Oh, I think it will capture. I think it'll just be like this Sly movie.
So Carl Urban is 6'1".
Okay.
Anthony Starr is 5'11".
Okay.
Well, because everybody else is so much taller, they had to put the heels on. So
sure, yeah, so that he's actually equal height. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think Taika would probably be fine. I mean, he can be. Yes, his last couple movies have been jokey, like with the Thor movies, but like he can be a serious director when he has to be.
He directed Ragnarok, right?
Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, yeah.
So if we get Ragnarok level of funny, it'll work. If we get Love and Thunder level of like whatever that was supposed to be, it's not going to work.
We don't need but we also don't need the funny. We can get like Hunt for the Wilder People, which will have little bits of funny and tons of seriousness.
I don't know what that is.
Right. You do what they should have done with the original Judge Dredd, which is you make Sly the serious guy, right? You make Dredd the serious guy, like he is in the comics. I've been reading the complete first files, like the case files, complete first one. It's actually quite satirical and funny. Dredd is the only serious one. That's why it works.
Yeah.
They could literally just do that again, and it is a very colorful and like very caricature-ish like universe. Like my friend Pat pointed out. Now that I've been reading it, it is. He's right. The reason why it works is because Dredd is the straight man for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still haven't seen the Dredd movie with Urban, but I heard it was good.
It was good. I really like it.
We'll
Is that the
watch
one where
it.
they're like in an
It's
apartment
like in a
building,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's one of the mega cities.
and it's
Well-
got
Lena Headey.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's dope.
we'll get to it on the show eventually.
It was
I don't
good.
know when.
2012.
We'll get to it. Oh, so
It was
we're ways a
2012.
while.
Good movie.
Yeah. So I do. I do have.
No, we're never gonna get there, Joey, because this movie killed us.
No, it killed you.
Yeah, a little bit.
So okay, so what were the guns that the vampires were shooting at each other? What were they shooting that would kill them? Or do bullets just also kill vampires now?
The
thought
guns
they-
at the very beginning
Well, both, because they kill them with the guns in
in the fake Argo City from Supergirl.
Oh, it was
The repurposed airport.
The planet was Dracula or something.
Yeah, Draculon.
Draculon or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But like they kill them with machine guns there, right? And then
Yes.
the Purge.
So Purge had machine guns with not bullets; they had tiny stakes. Which I'm
Silver
like-
tipped. I believe they specifically said
They say
silver
silver
tipped.
tip stakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm like, that's kind of smart, kind of funny.
But silver does something to. I didn't think silver did.
Silver's bad for vampires.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why they can't see their own reflection too. Because old mirrors used to be coated in silver.
Oh, I thought it was just werewolves.
I feel like I think
A lot of actually supernatural things can't handle silver.
Real interesting.
What really got me was at that point when Van Helsing took Vampirella to Purge to show her around. I'm like, wait, why? How is she able to walk around in the daylight? Like, is it because she's pureblood? And then immediately after, she explains to what's his name that when Vlad and his company came to Earth, however long ago, 33 centuries ago, 30 centuries ago,
It was
whatever.
30,000 years, is what she had said.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. That they went through some
Radiation that was on the planet that caused them to like be susceptible to certain things, which makes sense for like the sunlight and like maybe like garlic or whatever, but the like church crosses and shit didn't make
crosses, not, but it makes sense for why when they bite people, it changes them. Versus her, who is a pureblood, she came to Earth in a different way, like she
via Mars. Well, she landed on Mars for 30,000 years, and then
and fell asleep and came back, and then she
Chuck is so bored he's reading another comic.
No, sorry. I gotta. Sorry. Keep going.
He's doing a thing.
I thought that was a comic. It's not.
It's his tablet.
Or tablet.
It's my tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like she gets here, and I literally had it written down, like why is she able to do this, but no one else can't. And then she explains it. I'm like, oh well, never mind. I answered my own question.
Oh yes,
thank you for that. Actually, but I like that.
It was nice.
That's
no,
good.
it was good. Yes.
Because otherwise, if they didn't explain it, I would have been mad. So the fact that they actually explained it is good. I will also say, looking at the comic that I did, one thing that they don't have in the movie here that they have in the comic, apparently she has wings in the comic, just wings.
Interesting.
Grow out of her back.
Oh, so instead of like turning into a bat, she just flies.
Well, she can do that too.
Oh,
at least on her planet.
Did
Now,
she have to hold her arms up like this to turn into a bat in the comics?
I only got.
Well,
I
she
got
had
through the one issue.
She had tattoos. She had wing
She had-
tattoos.
Did she have the wing tattoo?
Yeah, they were like the same. They were like lighter than her skin color, but like she definitely had like wing tattoos on her back.
But in the comics, she was able to. She actually had wings.
No, I know. I'm just saying they don't have the budget for that, Joey. This
Well, of
movie
course
was made. This movie was made with like $10 and half a meatball sub.
That might be an exaggeration. It was probably a quarter of a meatball sub.
I mean,
Well,
they
it
probably
was
didn't
half a
have money
meatball sub for
meatballs.
the whole catering crew the entire time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But no, so like, if somebody would have hit them with like Ebola and wrapped their arms down, would that have made them not able to turn into a bat? Because every time anybody turns into a bat, they throw up like the flying V.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, know,
obviously, because when they're trying to exchange the fake Van Helsing to her, and they shoot the two of them, they weren't able to get their arms up to change. So, yeah, maybe. Like unless they actually throw their arms up, they can't actually transform.
Let me ask you this: everybody who has a cape runs with their holding the side of it and their arms out, so it like grows really big. What's the significance of that?
I think just to look cool.
So yeah, you have to make your cape billow, or it's useless to wear a cape.
I promise you, Vlad looked like the dumbest human being I'd ever seen. Running.
I really think when he had that little clip in his hair when he was Jamie Blood, he really looked like an '80s heavy metal, like hair metal band member that didn't realize he was 10 years out of date.
So his whole like persona was interesting. Let's go with interesting. As a guy as he is supposed to be a guy who knows what rock and roll is. At no point, which I feel like the director would have just let him do whatever he wanted because the director didn't direct this movie at all. He would have like done cooler stuff.
And we didn't need that whole freaking song.
Dude, that was the entire song.
Yeah,
that was like 4.5, 5 minutes long.
We could have gotten like a 15-second clip of the song.
Him ending
fine,
it, yeah.
But we needed the whole song apparently in this because they didn't have enough filler for this movie.
And he comes off as the creepy guy who does cover, like is in a cover band in Vegas, which I know that's what he's supposed to be, but like he nails it, which is really weird.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to hit on a woman who's like half of his age. But I mean, technically speaking, I guess. But
is he though? Is she though? Because they're both from the same planet. We don't really know how old either one of them are.
Okay, but he aged at least a little bit, and she never did.
That's true because she was in cryogenic stasis or whatever for the whole time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So did anybody else notice in Van Helsing's apartment there was a Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome poster?
I did not. That's kind of cool.
But also
they definitely didn't have the rights for that. But
probably not.
Why is there always a freaking Van Helsing in these things?
That's what I'm saying. Every single vampire movie,
you have to have a Van Helsing. Overdone. It's so overdone.
Well, to be fair, this was the 90s. We hadn't seen that trope yet.
I mean, that's not true. They had a Van Helsing in Monster Squad. Obviously, they had a Van Helsing in the Dracula movies because that's, like the tie-in to them. We had,
but not all of them. Like all of Christopher Lee's Van Helsing movies, or Christopher Lee's Dracula movies. Peter Cushing was Van Helsing in 2 out of like the 8 of them.
And then we had a Van Helsing in Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I mean, we watched that.
What?
When do we watch that?
No, I'm just saying in the 90s.
Oh, I thought you meant of just things we watched.
Oh, no. But just like, I don't know. I mean, we have
a
in the movie Van Helsing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that came out in 2000 something.
I know.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen had a Van Helsing?
Was there Van Helsing in that one? They talked
Is it-
about Van Helsing. I
Yeah,
think.
they
I don't think
talked
we
about
had
Van
one.
Helsing. Yeah,
Wasn't the vampire girl the daughter of Van Helsing?
No, she talked about Van Helsing.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Nina?
yeah. Because I think
Yeah,
didn't she
maybe.
like kill Van Helsing or something?
I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with it.
It works.
But yeah, no, the whole premise of this movie was they were going to block out the sun for like 36 hours, feast on as many people as they could, and then like grow their army.
Well, that's the other thing, because the whole reason why Vlad was a villain, their planet of Draculin or whatever the heck the planet was called.
Dracular or Draculon or
Like they drink the water on that planet is blood. That is what they drink. That's what sustains them. Vlad and his group of cronies fed on other vampires, other people on that planet, and that was wrong. That's what starts the whole movie off. And then his people killed the High Elders. He escapes, and that ends up on this planet. And yeah, he then becomes the first vampire, starts making vampires everywhere. Has his people in a bunch of dumb ghillie suits.
that was so they could walk through the light.
No, I get that. They look stupid as
Well,
all
yeah.
get out.
I mean, you'd look dumb if you were walking around in a fucking trash bag too. Like,
Yeah, well,
But that was cool and edgy for the time.
was it?
no.
Yeah, we just saw it in the last movie we watched.
Oh, yeah. What was the last movie we watched?
Yeah, what was that?
City of the Crow?
Oh yeah, The Crow, City of Angels. Yeah.
I don't remember anybody walking around in a trash bag in that.
Oh, just imagine.
The entire club scene.
That was just leather.
First off, it was
leather.
it was
PVC.
Not even. Yeah, it was like PVC.
I mean, Vampirella's
like
costume is
latex.
also PVC. So
Yeah, this is before PVC technology really got good.
Also, looking at her wrist, her armbands, her mom gave her a lifetime supply of blood from.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like
I'm glad you brought that up because she's like, this is a lifetime supply, so that would indicate that she does not need to feed
regularly.
Like,
Correct.
it's just when it
like once every like 1,000 years or something.
right
On the size of that thing.
The second she loses that armband, the hunger is going to set in.
In 24 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
24 hours. If you don't feed within 24 hours, it's
So maybe that thing was actually like a ballpoint pen, and when she touched her tongue to it, like just the barest little minimum of that stuff got onto her tongue.
Just
and
a
so
tip.
she just had to regularly do that. I mean, just to see what it feels like.
I mean, if she only needed just a little droplet, maybe then yeah, a droplet every 24 hours. Yeah, then maybe that would last her for a lifetime.
But I mean, that thing was still only this big. So even if she was only having like the barest touch of it, that's still only, and she has to have it every 24 hours. That's still not. I mean, that thing was only this big.
But she has like 7, 8 of them or something. Like she has a decent amount on that arm.
Sure, but I mean, but if she's taking that every 24 hours, like think about like this pen right here, right?
Yeah.
This might last me for a year of writing for our reviews.
If you write as many notes as you took for this movie, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I didn't take many for this one. But her little vial thing had less in it than this ink cartridge has.
Correct.
And if she's taking it every 24 hours, that's 365 of them a year, right? And they live for millennia.
Well, at least 30,000 years, because
yeah. And so that means that she was expecting those, even if she had 7 of them in that thing, they were expecting her to last for like infinite time.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Her costume doesn't make any sense.
The math don't math. No. God, no, it doesn't. I never understood the collar on the costume.
It's
Never
in case
did.
she gets cold, she can flip it up against the wind.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
It's
to
because-
block,
it's
to block
because-
her neck so it doesn't get bit, right?
It's because vampires have to have a collar. I don't
That
know,
hurts.
but seriously though, like I don't understand. I mean, I understand her costume for the comic part of it because comic book writers and artists are horny.
So, okay, that's an interesting point that you brought up. Joey, I'm curious. The issue that you read, is she nude at all, or is there any sexual, other than like the typical vampire trope sexuality?
So yeah, actually, ironically, that first issue, it opens up with her in the shower.
Was she
on
naked?
her planet. I mean, she's naked, but it's like bubbles covering her.
Okay.
And then we see her in her costume, her like the costume,
The
her
red
normal
strap.
costume. Yeah. And then she is on her planet. She's got her wings. Apparently, this ship crashed on the planet. On the planet itself, the river has dried up. So everybody on the planet, all of the vampires on the planet are like dying of hunger. And she is like the first one to get to these astronauts and drinks their blood, realizing that their blood is the water that they drink on the planet. And then she goes into the ship and finds like 5 or 6 more people in like a cryogenically frozen their stasis pod or something, and she's like, "Ooh, more food," and basically eats all of them, and then takes the ship to Earth. That's the issue.
Classic 60s writing.
Yes, 100%.
So I did like a quick Google search because I was curious of like, was this movie like, I knew that it wasn't anything close to what any of the comics were, right?
Not the one issue I read. No.
Right. But I was curious if like there was ever explicit nudity, right? Because after I had kind of made that assumption that this was written by like Arrowhead Christian Bookstore, I was like, well, maybe she never does. And it isn't like actual nudity does not occur until 2020.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a scene where she has like a threesome, which like is kind of like the wrap up, and there's like a couple of spots where she has like strategically placed hair, but like actual frontal nudity does not exist, and actual like sex barely exists apparently.
Really would have thought sometime in the 90s that would have happened.
Yeah, I mean, you would assume. So I thought that was interesting, just by the premise, like, because you see the costume, you know it's vampire stuff. You'd assume that this is like full blown nudity all the time, full blown like sex all the time. This is an adult comic, you know what I mean? Despite the fact that Archie meets her, but
Well, hell, Archie just met Jay and Silent Bob, so I mean,
yeah, that's awesome.
Allegedly, also, apparently, the Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob is a pseudo Clerks 4. Kevin Smith came out and said that it's a sequel to Clerks 3. Sort of.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. You'd like it.
So, yeah, go check that one out. Yeah, it's what's interesting is it's done by Dynamite Entertainment, and Dynamite, they did The Boys, and The Boys is definitely one that is very sexualized.
Oh yeah, Boys is horny on Maine, dude. Like,
so
Yeah.
like, and you know they did it in what 2012. I can't remember when The Boys came out, and the trades are blocked right now, so I can't see.
I think it's
so
2012.
Yeah, it was somewhere after 2010.
10, 12,
yeah. So definitely could see this having been like, and Vampirella has been a comic that's been coming out since 1969. Like it has been from Warren Publishing. It's moved to, I think it said Harris Publishing, and then Dynamite picked it up sometime in the 90s, and they have consistently been putting issues out, almost every year with either small runs, mini series. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. But that's a character that they keep regularly putting comics out all the time, along with like a bunch of other like little ones that they like to do. Not the Phantom, but I know we've talked about a couple other ones that they like to run. A lot of the pulp heroes. So
Yeah.
we talked about when we did the Phantom,
like Flash Gordon, Defenders of Earth, or whatever it is.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, Guardians of Earth, something like that.
So I don't know. I'm obviously the older stuff is not going to resonate in today's comic medium, but I'm wondering if, say, the 90s comics, the 2000s comics would have a better storytelling element, would the 2020s, the issues coming out currently, if that would be a better storytelling element. If that would be, if they could take those stories now and retell them into a movie, if it would be a better basis for a movie nowadays,
Yeah.
Because definitely this one was not it. This one did not.
I could see Vampirella working as like a miniseries on Amazon. I think Amazon would probably produce something that would be sexy enough.
Honestly, I hate to say it, miniseries or even just series in general is almost the way to go anymore. You're able to develop a character with, it's better that way. You can get 8 episodes, hour-long episodes, 45-minute episodes, hell, even a half hours. Like Chuck and I talked about Twisted Metal recently over on Walk Through the Multiverse a month back.
Yeah, go check that out. Listen, I'm all to like go listen to that episode, so go listen to it.
Yeah. And season 2 is out right now, and I'm covering that right now. So go check that out too.
I just finished watching Ironheart. It was okay. I don't the fact that they didn't develop her character at all.
They got a lot of seasons to fill.
I guess. But I mean, like, she just never learns throughout the whole thing. I mean, I know it's only, 8 episodes or 6 episodes or whatever?
6 episodes.
But, like, in everything that happens, she still just doesn't, like, get it. And that's annoying.
That's fair.
Oh my god, Disney doesn't know how to write a black woman character. I'm so shocked by this.
Well, no, I mean, just, like, character development at all. Like,
she's a kid. Is she a kid? She's a kid, right?
I mean, she's supposed to be, like, 18 or something.
Like,
yeah, they don't know. They don't
early 20s.
Yeah, they don't know how to write that.
Well, they don't know how to write any characters really, other than strong white males. But...
Well, I mean, Marvel's now just cameos. That's all it is. So
you're not wrong. Sadly,
the second that they lost,
right?
You finished it, right?
Yeah.
No cameos in general, but there's a big reveal at the end.
Yeah, it's Mephisto or whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? Mephisto,
I mean, he's gonna play a bigger part, I think, down the road, but probably during Secret Wars.
It's weird seeing Sacha Baron Cohen playing a straight character, like not a not gay character, but like a character that's not an idiot or
a straight man. Yeah. Like yeah. Yep.
Sacha Baron Cohen is playing Mephisto?
Yep.
Yeah.
Does a really good job too.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, I'll say that it wasn't bad.
All right.
So the dude that was playing
the Hood?
No.
Oh, the Hood's in it?
Yeah, the Hood's in it.
Yeah. Tim's gonna love the shit out of that.
Playing
his magic guns.
Obadiah's kid.
Solo?
Yeah. Like, dude, when I first saw him, I'm like, why do I not like this guy already?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, he played Han Solo. That's right.
Real quick, if y'all could go to the YouTube and notice that Ron lines up perfectly with Vampirella, so it looks like he has boobs. I highly recommend it. Yeah.
Other side. Go
Other side. Other way.
I forgot my camera's not flipped.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's a good look.
You can't see my hands, but I'm playing with the. Oh.
Let's see. What else do I have here? The one doctor's ideal field weapon, which is the size of.
Yeah, the best character in the movie, BT Dubs. yeah,
100%.
He kind of saved the movie for me.
The fucking sun gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that he is told that he's finally going into the field. And he wears an entire tactical suit underneath still his lab coat.
He's a doctor first, okay?
I guess. I mean, he stuck out like a sore thumb, but yeah.
Plus, from what I've been told, the lab coats make me sexy.
Sure. News to me.
I put on a lab coat, and Alfie was like, "Wow, you should get a lab coat." And I'm like, "All right."
Okay.
I've never thought that about lab coats.
Oh, just wait till you see me when I'm wed.
Oh, well, I mean, you can put on a potato sack, and I'm still going to get at least a semi. You know what I mean?
That's
come on.
The potato sack would only come up to my waist, so everything below that would just be out. So
yeah, that's true. Shout out to Chris.
Really? Okay.
Chris is a good-looking man. Don't you talk about negatively about my best friend Chris? All right.
Whatever.
It makes sense why he has a family. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So
I'd lock that shit down too.
I don't say this very often, but I feel like the boobs we got in Van Helsing's apartment were completely unnecessary to the plot or to the story at all.
You know this movie sucked if Ron thinks that boobs were unnecessary.
You know, we've talked about that before, though. I know Swamp Thing was another one where the boobs were they were definitely like there for too long.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I appreciate boobs, don't get me wrong. And Chuck, you would have really appreciated these because they were the rock hard 90s.
Oh, I can't believe I missed this.
Like, how did you not see it?
I was probably doing something else.
I mean, that's fair. But, like, because all he does, he walks into the apartment and she's like, Adam, and he looks over there and she just goes like this, pops her tits out, and then somebody hits him from behind. And then she laughs with her tits out, and then that's it.
I feel like that's pretty intricate to the story.
But if it was used as a distraction tactic, she had already distracted him just by calling his name.
Okay.
You know, here's the other thing. Actually, Chuck, you go ahead first. And I
was going to say, this seems more plausible plot line wise than the 9 minutes of nudity that we got. Check the archives. Go over and see Getting Franchise that Ron was on during My Bloody Valentine, where that woman just walked around naked for 9 minutes. Screaming at guys.
It was really important for that one because that was full frontal nudity.
Yeah, it was awesome in 3D. Like that was really cool when I saw it in the theaters. Yeah, it was great.
I was going to bring up one of the, and I don't know when this, I don't know if you want to call it a trope or this vampire rule came about, but one of the rules that I'm aware of is that you have to invite a vampire into your house.
True.
So how did those vampires get into, unless they weren't vampires?
Well, they maybe they weren't, I guess. No, they looked like they were vampires because they had the fangs.
That's what I thought. So how did they get into his apartment?
Maybe that's one of the tropes that they don't have in this one because they're not supernatural beings, they're space creatures.
But are those the space creatures were Vlad, Sala, Trax, and Demos.
Yeah.
Everybody else and Vampirella.
Yeah.
Everybody else was the next generation that he bit.
But I think that the trope of them not being able to come into your house without you inviting them in is more of a supernatural and not a sci-fi. Because this is sci-fi. This is sci-fi vampires. These are not supernatural vampires. Like these are not folklore. Have to follow certain rules and restrictions. The reasons they gave for these creatures being so against things was radiation and shit like that. It wasn't like Vlad can't be out in the sun because the sun is a pure holy thing and he can't handle that kind of purity and light because he's a creature of darkness and death.
Okay.
And I feel like that follows more to the having to be invited in.
All right.
But also, again, I've never read Vampirella comics, so I don't know.
Same. Again, yeah. And I'm assuming from what I thumbed through the anthology issues, I'm not gonna get any answers in those first 7 issues. So I'm probably gonna have to check out like when they get into traditional comic book form. Which
sure, do they have like a Cliff's Notes version of Vampirella?
I think that's gonna be like Wikipedia. Which who knows. Also, speaking of tracks, she I know he said that he hadn't talked to Vlad for some time. Like basically he had separated ways from him. But he had a family, which good for him, I guess. But she 100% did not let him speak at all. Like the minute she asked where Vlad was, he's like, I have no idea. And then she just attacks him.
Okay, so you have to remember though, for them, it was 30,000 years ago. He had time to grow as a person and change his ways.
Sure.
For her, this was like just the other day that that guy helped kill her dad and all the important people in her society. So she didn't even care that he was a different person. She was going to kill him anyways.
But here's the thing. Unlike Supergirl, who was knocked out for however long, she willingly knew she was going to be asleep for however long.
Sure.
So yeah, she knows it was, to her, it is just the other day, but she still knows it's been 30,000 years.
But her whole thing is revenge, making them pay for what they did. So to her, it doesn't matter that he's got a wife and kids. But he even says, well, this set of wife and kids or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's not even like serious about it because he's like, oh yeah, they'll die and go away and then I'll just get new ones.
I mean, that is a interesting thing. Like we talked about that with Grim Fairy Tales, like with Sella, like she's had multiple families.
Yeah.
How do you kind of leave that? Like, yeah, at some point you just have to go
walk
get
away.
the milk and leave, and like,
Yeah.
oh darn, my family's dead, and I'll come back and see them in the hospital.
See, Chuck, that's the reason why your dad actually left, was not because he didn't want to see you, but because he was a supernatural being that lives forever and didn't want to watch you grow old and die while he stayed the same age.
No, he's pretty old now.
I was trying, man.
No, man. No, I think he's just a piece of shit.
Okay,
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Yeah.
Shout out to Chuck's dad.
Shout out to my dad. Shout out to Chris. I wish Chris was my dad. Probably would have stuck around.
I mean, he'd probably let you call him daddy.
Maybe.
Ask him in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, that's a buzzkill for 2 weeks from now. Well, no, wait, actually, we're into what's the next Star Wars movie or Star Trek movie we're watching?
No, not Generations. We watched that already. First Contact.
Dude, I love First Contact.
Yeah, First Contact's good. So,
okay. Anyways, back to Crapperella.
But then also we didn't talk about the one guy that she ran into when the kid that she runs into when she first gets here, who's getting mugged. Who's got the computer.
Yeah.
The nerd or whatever.
The nerdy kid that never comes back into the story.
Yeah. No, it's just, I just bring it up because she
it was his apartment that had the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome poster in it.
Oh, okay. I bring it up because she names him, because her name is Ella over on that planet, Draconia, whatever, and he names her Vampirella, but then she calls herself Vampirella later on after he says it, after
I was gonna say she also didn't hear him.
Exactly. So like, how does she know that name is, unless she's got really good hearing?
Or what if her name was Vampirella and she just went by Ella?
I
mean, could you imagine?
Is his name Vampire Lad?
Well, what's
vampire? Vampire is an Earth word, though. They don't call themselves vampires.
True, but maybe that's where we got the word vampire. What from was Vampirella.
No,
because Vlad was here first.
Well, yeah, that's why he's Dracula, because he was, But I mean, that's like, dude, they call her Ella because saying Vampirella is too much of a mouthful. It'd be like calling your daughter Isabella all the time.
I do call her Isabella all the time.
You call her Bella.
I call her Isabella all the time. She gets in trouble a lot.
you gotta call. You have to call Taylor's wife Elizabeth, or she yells at you.
Really?
Oh, so okay, I'll derail. I don't mind. So one time, it was like a function, and Dan Cole, first name, last name, says to Taylor something about Liz doing something, and without hesitation, Liz hears this and goes, "Dan, it's Elizabeth." And that was 3 years ago, and we have never let that die. So anytime someone refers to Elizabeth and calls her Liz, we just go, "It's Elizabeth." Actually, it's quite fun. Yeah.
Just start calling her Zeb then. Like, why do we always go with Liz or Beth for an Elizabeth? Why don't we go with like a Zeb? I mean, come on.
Oh, like the middle part. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I do like, and I know Chuck, you'll talk about this during Spawn Cape, but the glorious satellite that was shown at when Vlad is talking to the 12 other big families, whatever, that was wonderful. Also, when the whole plan goes off, and to stop it, they shoot the computer and the satellites disintegrate.
Is that what you want to call it? They disintegrated?
I don't know what else happened. Like, they blew up? I don't know what happened.
So what happened was...
They didn't blow up. They just, disappear.
Yeah.
They're like...
What happened was when the computer blew up, all the power went out on the satellite, and since it was in space, you couldn't see it because everything was dark. So...
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know, man.
It disintegrated.
No, it did not. It did. It was... Yeah, it disintegrated. It got we ran out of budgeted.
Yeah, there you go.
That actually works. And then
only thing that would have been better was if they had just spliced in the Death Star blowing up. That's they don't even try to cover it up. It's clearly the Death Star blowing up.
The bad thing is we are 1 year away from the special editions. In 1997 we got the special edition movies.
That's crazy.
That is
right.
Yeah, that's insane.
You have to remember that Jurassic Park has been out for how long now?
3 years.
Yeah.
No. 92.
Yeah, 92 or 93?
It was 92.
Oh, okay.
No, right?
No, I think it's 93.
93 is when Jurassic Park came out.
Okay, so yeah 3 years.
Yeah. That still looks good today.
Right? So
I would argue that the original Jurassic Park looks better than the Jurassic Parks we're getting now.
You're not wrong.
I've talked to avid Jurassic Park fans, and they also agree. Yeah. So my last note here is another unsatisfying ending, because she kills Vlad, and which, I mean, it was kind of a fun way she does it. It's in the middle of a storm, and she takes a metal rod and shoves it, throws it at him, and then he takes it out of his gut and is about ready to throw it at her, and then the lightning strikes him and sets him on fire, which is kind of fun. But instead of so I expected, maybe this is crazy for me to expecting this, but she picks up the pendant that was her stepdad's that Vlad took, and she's got her inner monologue basically talking about whatever she had said to her mom about basically staying on Earth. I expected her, hey, let's go back to Van Helsing and to the Purge, whatever, yeah, and kind of wrap up there and make sure everything's going well and see what's happening. That would be a good actual ending. Nope, it's just she picks up the necklace and all right, I'm gonna stay on Earth.
Yeah, and then that's the end. Roll credits.
Why?
Although I do have to say, it was fun watching his body lit on fire falling down the dam.
That was kind of cool. Yeah.
It was all right. Yeah, but it was practical. Like they actually lit that person on fire and threw them down.
and threw them down the drain, yeah.
They threw something down. I don't know.
It
If
definitely wasn't a dummy. It was definitely a live person.
Yeah, it was a real life. See, they had seen Darkman 3 Die, Darkman Die, where they blew up. They actually literally blew up one of the stuntmen, and they were like, "Oh, we should use that. That seems like it'd be fairly cheap."
You know what that means? You don't have to pay that stuntman if he's dead.
Well, more importantly, you get the insurance money.
Yeah.
Like that's actually what they. So before that, they would do this for tax write-offs. They would kill people on set for the insurance money, just to clear stuff out.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Baldwin.
Huh? Allegedly.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, allegedly that was what they did in The Crow.
Yep. Ron, you got any more notes? Did you?
Oh no, we covered. Well, so I covered like 4 of my
figured.
notes, then you covered the other 3. So
Okay.
we're good.
Yeah. So I've got nothing else, except for kill count, which is a total of 20. Oh yeah, 25. No lost limbs that I saw that I can remember seeing. Yeah. Bingo.
We had dead parents, dying mentor, product placement, responsibility thing, government interference, comic logic, flashback, unexplainable science, hero kills, and sexual innuendo.
Okay. Not bad. 2 bingos.
Yeah. Spawn Cape.
This is bad. None of
Spawn Capes.
no, like I don't think the skill could have worked that way. But like the thing is like so like the concept. If I have to be Joey here for a minute, the concept has always been that it looked good when it came out, and now looks like shit.
But it looks shit.
I don't know if it looked
like shit.
But I don't think this looked good when it came out. You can't convince me that this wasn't a Christian movie made for the Christian television network.
Except for the boobs.
I'm honestly not convinced this wasn't a made-for-TV movie either. Like I couldn't find anything.
This might have actually been a made-for-TV movie. That would make more sense.
I'm not finding anything saying it wasn't, but I'm not convinced it wasn't.
Like,
I mean,
okay,
for having tits in it.
Showtime.
So,
I guess
that's what I was gonna say. Like a Cinemax or like a Showtime.
Yeah.
I guess like
HBO. Like, I mean, HBO was making made-for-TV movies, right? Like,
were they at that point? Yeah, maybe.
I mean, technically, Stargate when Stargate the show first was made, that first episode was a made-for-TV pilot. Obviously, made-for-TV pilot, but it was a movie-length pilot for HBO because there's actually boobs in that first episode of Stargate because they aired it on HBO.
Oh,
and
interesting.
I'm pretty sure when they ported it over to Sci-Fi, they cut out that scene.
Well, obviously.
But yeah, like it originally was on HBO, so I feel like
it's also wild that Sci-Fi doesn't have boobs.
It's basic cable.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's one of the few like basic cable like networks still around. Yeah, it's bad.
TNT and TBS and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, it's
TNT is a premium.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's TBS, Sci-Fi,
USA.
No, USA is a premium. Whatever UPN is now, CW.
Wait, CW.
Yeah, and NBC.
USA was never a premium channel.
Yes, it was. That's why WWE went to UPN because USA was a cable network, and they couldn't get on. They were never on basic cable, so they started SmackDown and put it on UPN specifically so it was on basic cable.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yep. Huh. And then WCW made Thunder and put it on TBS to counter program it, and it was one of the worst. It was arguably one of the first steps that put that company out of business. Yeah.
But anyways, what was your Spawn Cape rating, Chuck?
1 out of 3.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
No.
It was terrible.
It was really bad.
That's fair. So we had a boob count of 4 boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And
nice.
Like I said, Chuck would have been sad to miss him because they were rock hard.
I can't believe I missed those. I love rock hard.
Sorry about that.
You can always go back. I'll find out when it happened, Chuck, and I'll just send you the clips.
Just take screenshots. That's all I need.
All right, that'll work.
Yeah.
Oh,
again, shout out to YouTube for letting boobs fly.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm really shocked that just kind of goes through. I mean, obviously they don't give two crap about these movies, otherwise they would not let them happen.
Yeah, sure.
But
this also was. I mean, I think the thing I sent you guys. This was uploaded like 2 months ago on this.
Yeah.
On the channel we watched it on.
But that's not the only one. Like there's like 3 different versions, 3 different copies I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen on YouTube. So
yeah.
So not a Muppet.
Okay, so here's my take on this.
Okay, go ahead.
The vampires are all Muppets, and everybody else is not a Muppet.
Okay.
Because I think it would be funny as hell the Muppet vampires sucking the blood out of people.
So
if you get bit and changed, you go from a human to a Muppet.
Okay. I was going to make the argument that Adam Van Helsing, is not a Muppet, specifically because he has his ass kicked by Muppets constantly, vampire Muppets.
Yeah, that would
but
be
also the scene where it's obviously not him when they've got the exchange, because immediately
a Muppet of him instead of
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a Muppet that's not him,
and that's how she knows it's not him.
I mean, it was obviously
it takes her a minute to figure it out,
right? But obviously, it's not him when he starts talking, and it's a deeper voice.
I am definitely Van Helsing.
Yeah,
everything
it's
is
like,
fine.
what the fuck? Really? Are you that dumb?
It's funny that you bring it up. By the way, the actual answer is the nerd dude that she meets. That's the correct answer. But we were. I was listening to Check the Archives. Darkman 3 Die Darkman Die, where we talk about the fact that when he would make a face, he would become a Muppet or whatever.
Yeah.
I like it better that he makes the face of Muppets, but he's still a human wearing a Muppet face. And everyone just has to pretend like it's not real. Like, what the hell is this guy doing? It's very clear that it's him.
You're not looking at this on a deeper level, okay? Because that is basically the equivalent of, like, Leatherface.
Yes.
From Muppets.
Yeah, 100%. But he's still a human underneath them, and so he's just this tall dude around all the Muppets, and they have to pretend like it's.
Oh, that's great. Oh, we should have brought that up before. That's great.
I know. I was thinking about it when I was re-listening to the episode. Check the archives. It's very good.
We did have a quote out of context when Vampirella is talking to Van Helsing, and she says, "My door will always be open for you."
Her back door.
So we did get the quote out of context.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck, what do you give this as a score?
All right. Is this a Vampirella movie? I don't know. Not from what I could tell. But also, I mean, the costume is 90s, about as close to 90s ish that we were gonna get. Look, this movie isn't good. This movie's real bad. But did I have a fun time watching it? No, I didn't, actually. It was quite painful. However, the only thing that's keeping Joey from getting a full strike is the Janero continuum. Would I put this on and watch this with my friends and make fun of it at a holiday party? Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. I am making this movie everybody's problem at whatever holiday function I'm at. We're watching it, and we are gonna sit and watch it, and I'm making everybody pay attention while I get my bits in. That being said, Joey, you still get a quarter of a strike.
Quarter of a strike?
Yeah, you get a quarter of a strike. I think that puts you at 2 1/4. Look, it's not good. The acting is atrocious. They clearly did not hire anybody that was in the union. It's very obvious. And the guy from the
Guy from
scientist.
Who. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy from the Who kind of steal the show in this. I'm gonna say a 1.3. A 1.3. This was pretty bad. I don't ever want to watch this ever again unless I am going to make fun of it with my friends.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I do hope they relaunch it. I hope this is something that gets greenlit for a remake.
And get
I mean,
an actual storyline to it.
Yeah.
it's
Plot, character development.
perfectly primed to do that. And
Yeah.
I feel like, and I have to check, but I feel like there definitely was something in the works, but
Probably.
nothing has ever come about.
I'll be honest, an animated miniseries would be perfect for this.
Right.
Because then you don't have to worry about like it catching the heat of, oh, this is just to exploit an actress in the costume and stuff like that. Have Olivia Munn do the voice or whatever, and use her as, you could use her as the base. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Model,
But yeah, I think an animated version of this on like probably Netflix would work.
I'd
Yeah.
be down. Ron, what you got?
All right. So I did not enjoy this movie. It took me 3 tries to get through it. It was very boring. There was no character development. There wasn't a real plot to it. And the only thing that saved this score from being under a 1 was the fact that there were boobs. I'm obligated to give it an extra point for boobs, which brings me to a 1.79. Because I did not like anything about this movie. And like I said, I hope that this isn't like hard. Like, I hope this is very away from the comics, or Vampirella comics are just stupid. Because otherwise, like this, I mean, I don't know. This is a crummy movie. Like, maybe if I would have watched it with somebody else, it would have been better because I would have had somebody else there to make fun of it with me.
You would have
Mhm.
stayed awake?
And I would have stayed awake. Yeah. But just watching it by myself, it was disappointing. It was utterly disappointing.
Okay, so we have to say this though, that obviously there's something about the comics that keeps fans, because they
Right.
still make merchandise for this stuff.
Well, that's
Every-
because you have cosplayers that cosplay her, which is worth having the comic around.
Right, but also like Entertainment Earth still sells like PVC statues of Vampirella regularly. Dynamite is still putting out merchandise.
I tell you this a lot.
For this
Chuck,
character.
sex sells.
I don't disagree. But the point is that there's obviously still a fan base out there. So
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
there's something good about this
Well,
that
until
keeps people around.
Or, once the boomer generation dies out, we'll just see it completely decline. But I don't know. We'll see.
See, I don't think that. I don't think that's the case. I think that Vampirella has a fairly new. I don't even want to say it's probably incels. I think it's just like people are just like, oh, Vampirella. Like I grew up watching or like reading that in the mid to early 2000s. I remember Vampirella getting a pretty big boom in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think that's when Dynamite took over. And
Ah,
so
Boom, Dynamite.
they
2 different studios.
revamped
guys,
her.
come on.
Yeah, shut up. They took over, they revamped the character, and that's
Damn.
stop it. That's probably when they revitalized it and was able to actually.
Is that supposed to be a phoenix on the crotch of her costume?
I think so.
Yeah.
Not 100%.
That kind of worries me a little bit.
Why would it be?
Right,
Because the animal with wings that I associate a lot with vampires is a phoenix.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Why not?
Joey, what's your stupid score?
Yeah, this one is not great, guys. I outside of that first comic, the Vampirella is a character that has been on my radar for some time to read, but it's never been like up there to actually. It's never been like on my next read, and maybe I will at some point in time, but this is definitely not making me want to read it anytime soon. But the movie itself, this movie's trash. It's not great. I was definitely bored watching it. I'm not gonna say I was falling asleep while I was watching it, but I was definitely playing on my phone a lot while I was watching it. I wasn't paying attention for half of the movie, but I gave this movie a 1.65. It's not great, which gives us a combined score of 1.58, which out of 160 movies drops it in at 154, behind Superman 4: The Quest for Peace at a 1.6, and above Mosaic at a 1.5.
Okay, that's a pretty good spot.
Yeah,
This is
I mean, I would not. I never saw Quest for Peace, but I definitely am never rewatching Mosaic ever again. So
No.
yeah.
if I had to choose, I'll take.
Did you watch Mosaic the first time? I thought we described that one to you.
No, I watched it.
I was pretty sure Chuck watched
Which
it.
one did
Yeah.
we
Iron
describe
Man
to
is
you?
the one we had to describe. to.
That's
Iron Man.
Okay. I knew it was one of the animated movies. I just couldn't remember which one.
Yeah. God, yikes. Yeah, that is correct. That was the thing we did, wasn't it?
that was actually a fun episode. Yeah. No, this
For
is,
some, sure.
I mean, we made that episode fun.
we did something with that episode, sure. Yeah, I'm happy we're done with this episode because that episode was
I'm glad the show's canceled. That's great, Joey. Thanks for
show's
letting
not
us know.
canceled. Shut up. You're at 2.25. I still got at least 0.75, and I guarantee our next movie I'm going to lose at least one strike.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty positive on that one. But to get to that announcement of what that movie's going to be, Chuck, where can they find you?
Hey, you know where you can find me? You can find me on Sunday at the end of the month with Joey, doing a little show we like to call Getting Franchised, reviewing the latest and greatest in movie franchises. At time of this release, we're talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Popeye the Slayer Man.
Yes, sir.
Ron came on. I subjected him to a movie that was made in my hometown of Oneonta, New York, and you can hear me gush about the fact that I knew places and couldn't believe how nice it all looked still. The nicest the Black Oak Tavern's ever looked. That absolute trash dive bar. Anyway, so go check that out. And of course, you can also check me out. Go check the archives at the Geek Ultimate Alliance for a walk through the multiverse, where Joey and I gush about how much I loved the Twisted Metal franchise. It is
about a month ago.
about a month ago. Go check it out and find out who I used to main. Ron doesn't know this. Ron, I used to be a competitive Twisted Metal 2 World Tour gamer. Yeah, at my local scene here, and you can go find out who I used to main in Twisted Metal 2 World Tour. So go check that out. And hey, maybe you'll hear me as Joey's reviewing these Twisted Metal series, me popping in and talking about it a little bit, if we can make that work. So
Well,
Hell yeah.
maybe we did, maybe we didn't.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
You know what? Time can only tell.
Yeah, and since we're time travelers on this podcast,
Yeah, we also don't know
Chuck
yet.
shows up a couple times for it. So
Yeah, I may show up at least once, if not multiple times,
Yeah.
if at all. Ronald, where could they find you, your art, and anything else that you want them to find?
So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, good God, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Good at This Game. You can find my art on Instagram at Good Art This Game. I recently put up, so I made this little owl cutout of wood, and then I drew a picture of Link, like out in Hyrule Field, and with the castle in the background, like just outline, like with an outline of the owl around it. Looks pretty neat, I think.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll show you. Throw a picture in the group chat so you can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find my art there, and then of course you can find me on here, and you can find my art also on our shirts over at TeePublic and Redbubble, but mostly just TeePublic because yeah,
It's a better quality shirt. It's a 100% a better quality shirt.
Yeah.
We want you to get the best bang for your buck.
yeah. Joey, where can I find you at, bud?
You guys can find the show over on all the social media, Comic Book Rundown. Email us, comicbookrundown@gmail.com. Rate and review us on your podcasting app of choice. If you do, we'll read it on an upcoming episode. Ron talked about the merch. Chuck talked about getting franchised. End of the month, and the last Friday of every month, we've got Comic Book Rundown back. Ron was on with me on the last episode last month.
Oh yeah, Grim Fairy Tales.
Yeah, talk about Grim Fairy Tales. Yeah, it was last month, a few weeks back.
I mean, it feels like it was just last week to me, but
yeah, I mean, I still got to edit the episode, so
He definitely got it out. That's for sure.
I did. I definitely got
He
it
did.
out.
yeah.
Because just because I'm busy not editing, it doesn't mean I didn't do it. I will say this is like my 5th recording today, so I'm very busy.
Keep him away from sharp objects and long ropes.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got that going on. What else is there?
Our next movie.
Well, our song, which was done
yeah.
by Cam. Yep. But yeah, as for a comic rundown, August, have it. Gonna take the month off. We'll come back in September, right?
Yeah, that's the next month. Very good, bud.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes July,
No, wait.
August, September.
My math is off somewhere. Whatever.
Probably.
You know what? Whatever.
What the fuck?
I'm losing it. Okay.
What is happening?
Don't know. Song is done by Cam. Our
All
next
right.
movie. I'm
Had to
wrapping
reset.
up. I'm wrapping up. Our next movie we're watching is going to be Turbo, a Power Rangers movie
Ooh.
from 1997.
Ooh.
Wow, the humongous budget reduction, and arguably one of listen. A lot of people hate this movie. I unapologetically love it. It's very much a Power Rangers movie.
This will be the
Yeah,
second
it's
time I've ever
Turbo.
seen this movie.
A Power Ranger movie. This will be the first time I've seen it all the way through.
First time I watched it was last year, earlier this year. I don't know. I watched it for Ranger Alliance on the Geek Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, because this kicked off the Turbo season.
It did.
Right?
It did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
man, it's a movie.
I remember. So the last time I saw it, I was a kid in the theater.
So I
and it was
forgot to
awesome.
show you guys this, but Chuck, check out my sock. Do you know what it is?
Oh, that's Scooby Doo.